Okay, so I've moved locations and there's better lighting. I tricked y'all. It was not gonna look like that the whole class. Ooh, look at the sun coming out as we speak. You better bless me on your woo. Yes. So basically, what I want to talk about in this masterclass is a couple of things, okay? The first thing we're going to discuss is addressing arrogance versus confidence. Okay, yeah, arrogance versus confidence, because there's a difference, and most people know that, but I'm gonna make it super clear, because as some of you all know who's familiar with my work, like, shadow work is imperative. Shadow work is imperative. Shadow work is imperative. If you are not doing shadow work is doing you. Let me say that again. If you are not doing shadow work is doing you. And be very clear. Because what we fail to realize sometimes is, like, our trauma, our limiting beliefs, our coping mechanisms are often toxic as fuck. And they will do the fuck out of you, and they will do the fuck out of the people that interact with you. And so if you're not conscious of the programs that are running ship when you're triggered, when you're upset, when you're angry, those programs are running the ship. and they don't need your conscience or your consciousness. But however, the people around you are receiving all of that gunk. Okay, and so in our chaos and in our shadow work journey, we often run into arrogance, because that kind of is the coping mechanism, especially of the Black community. Arrogance, right? It's like kind of fake it till you make it, or let me show you all of these things that I feel like makes me worthy, but I don't really have it embodied within me. So it's going to come off as very superficial. You may have seen that growing up, going to high school with the mean girls. You know, I went to an inner city school, and I also went to like a Black suburban school, and arrogance was the theme, and especially the second school, the latter. A lot of people, I feel like, just their childhood cultivated them in this false sense of esteem and false sense of self. Now, I'm gonna give us all grace, because we was young. I was arrogant in a lot of ways, and I didn't know my damn self, and I was still in my childhood, right? So I don't expect nobody to be perfect at 16, at 17, at 15, at 14. However, I can distinctively remember the amount of arrogance that was around me and near me and within me in that time period. And so I'm going to use that as an example. You know what I'm saying? Like the new Jordans and the new shoes and the tight dresses, and who has the best hair and who has the best braids and who is this and who that and who can pull your man, who can take your man. That's arrogance, okay? Because if you look beneath that layer, there's absolutely no substance, right? When we stop talking about whose man we can take from one another, we find that we're often insecure and sensitive as fuck, right? We find that we need to pull these people in. We need to be in these environments where people choose us and people accept us, because we are lacking self-esteem. We are lacking actual confidence. And so this nigga texting you back, this nigga being on your hip is feeding the arrogance in your ego, right? It's making you appear as if you are more than what you actually are. And that may be harsh, but that's the reality of a lot of situations. Again, if you go beneath the surface, you find that there's not much there. So that confidence isn't really it isn't really integral. Another way you can identify confidence versus arrogance is your ability to undergo challenge. And what's the talk in your head as a challenge comes up? If your talk is demeaning, if your talk is degrading, if your talk is fear-based, a lot of times you're not really embodying true confidence. Because what confidence allows you to do, it allows you to trust yourself. It allows you to trust life, even when shit is uncertain. And so that's the point. Like, y'all, this is so fire. We're only 4 minutes in. Y'all better record me as y'all watching this. Record the gems, honey, because they're gonna get dropped. That's why confidence is so important, because if you can go through life with this default sense of trust, you can almost do anything. You can almost go after your dreams. But I'm gonna stick on the confidence versus arrogance, because I don't want to sway too far off topic. But yeah, like, it's important to understand and differentiate the two, so that you're not bamboozled, so that when you meet people and it feels weird, it feels off, you understand exactly why. Because it's probably not confidence that you're picking up from that person. It's probably arrogance, and that arrogance is built on nothing. It's false. It's not tangible, and it holds no weight, right? I grew up with a father like that. he was very arrogant but not confident. You know why he wasn't confident? You know why I knew he wasn't confident? Was because he couldn't be by himself. He couldn't be alone. He always had to be with somebody, or be in the next party, or be in this facade, and be doing this for this person. It was never an embodied sense of self, a whole sense of being. It was always kind of like, well, where can I go next, and who needs me this part, and where can I show up for them, and where can I, and I don't even want to say show up, where can I show out, where can I put on a show? That's that arrogance, and it's sick, because the people that actually care about you can see that, hey, you're really not like that, and in fact, I need you to get fulfilled so that you can show up better for me, because what you do for the outside world does not reflect what you do in here, in the internal. And that type of cognitive dissonance creates a lot of chaos and a lot of imbalance. So it's very, very imperative that you are cultivating actual confidence, not arrogance. Okay, once again, cultivate confidence, not arrogance, so that you cannot be bamboozled in yourself and in others. Okay. And I think that's pretty much it for the confidence and the arrogance. Let me know if anything stood out to you, anything more. I think it's pretty straightforward. It's probably going to be the shortest lesson on here, because there's not really much to it. It's just the fact that, like, one is real and one's not. Confidence lies more so within your sense of self, and it lies more within your ability to do what's hard, sometimes do what's uncomfortable, maintaining a level of grace for yourself and for others. That's truly what confidence is, right? Confidence is hard work that you can tangibly see results from, right? That you can tangibly see matter, and they make up something important, and it's imperative to you. Like, if the titles were stripped away, are you still confident? And that's how you know if it's arrogance or if it's confidence. If the clothes are not, if the clothes don't ship in time, are you still confident, or was it arrogance? Because you should really be able to go in any place and be in anybody's world and maintain a level of confidence. You should be able to kind of walk out in anything and maintain a level of confidence. Because once again, it's an internal thing. It's an integrated, embodied thing. Yeah, let me see. Do I want to talk about that in this segment? Let's see. No. Yeah. All right. So that's arrogance versus confidence. Like I said, let me know what resonates with you. Send me an email, send me a text if you have my number. Shoot me a DM what you found insightful about this, and how you are yourself going to identify arrogance versus confidence in your own life, and how you are going to start clocking these niggas when they show up arrogant and not confident. Love you guys.